Hello everyone, this is my poster presentation titled Role of Stock Constraint in Single Stock, Single Inflow, Two-Outflow System Dynamics Model Structures. So the problem I'm considering here is the single stock, single inflow, two-outflow model structure. So this is an example of such a structure where there is an inflow comes to a common stock from which the flow is split into two outflows. So the question is single stock structure valid when there is a qualitative difference in the outflows? For example, here recoveries and debts are qualitatively different. So is this structure valid? Or should two stock split inflow structure be used in place of this structure? For example, here the inflow itself is split into severe cases and mild cases. Each of this inflow goes to the respective stock, from there to the outflows. So which of these structures is valid? So the approach I've taken is develop model of infections, recoveries and debts with single stock as well as two stock structures. I have considered recoveries and debts because these are qualitatively different outflows, and consider two scenarios. One is time delay for debts is 20 days, time delay for debts is 25 days. Now analyze the difference in outputs using an agent-based model. So this, the right side, what you see is the agent representation of the agent-based model. There is an inflow, there are two outflows, recoveries and debts, and this is a stock, and what you see the particles inside are the agents. There are two types of agents which comes from the inflow. One is mild cases and severe cases. In the single stock case, each of these outflows considers the entire set of agents in the stock. But in the two stock case, a recovery considers only the mild cases in the stock, and debts considers only the severe cases in the stock. Finally, the question is to determine conditions when single stock structures are valid. So the findings, when I did this analysis with single stock structure and system dynamics model, I obtained different steady state outflows for the two scenarios. For example, when I changed from time delay of debts from 20 to 25 days, the recovery as well as debts outflow changed. And the lower stock level in the single stock structure compared to two stock structure. So when this was analyzed using the agent-based model, for the single stock case, what was interesting was that the fraction of mild case agents in the recovery outflow was 0.81. A fraction of mild cases agents in the debts outflow was 0.81. That is, 100% of agents in the recovery outflow is not mild case. Similarly, 100% of agents in the debts outflow are not severe cases. But if when this was compared with the two stock case, 100% of agents in the recovery outflow were mild cases, and 100% of agents in the debts outflow were severe cases for the two stock case. So what is the conclusion and implications and recommendations of this particular study? Splitting inflow based only on time delay can be erroneous whenever there exists qualitative difference in the entities within a stock and when this difference has a bearing on the model outcome. To ensure validity of the model, there must be a constraint in place such that a particular type of entity can exit only through a particular outflow. A single stock structure does not enforce such a constraint. A question that can be asked to assess validity of the model is it meaningful for the entity flowing out through outflow number 1 to flow out through outflow number 2? For example, this question will give a positive answer for entities such as grains and water molecules because they are homogeneous. But this question will give a negative answer when the outflows are recoveries and debts. So in such cases, a single stock structure cannot be used. So these were my conclusions, implications from this study. Thank you.